Super Smash Flash. It's a wonderful fan-made game. There's a large amount of characters just waiting to be added to the game. It's like normal Smash Ultimate, except the people responsible for this are the kind of people that want to have some characters that we know will never make it in. Space Hamster and Connor the Waffle did this game, and they agreed that the game is excellent, with 4 anime characters and a variety of gaming characters as well.
Now, I would do a top 10 Smash Ultimate wishlist, but a variety of characters are characters that have their fate sealed as either spirits or assists, like Shantae and Alucard. And I admittedly wouldn't mind whatever Sakurai has in store for us. I just like to let it happen, because in the words of Todd Howard, it just works. So here are the top 10 most wanted characters for Super Smash Flash 2. For some rules, I won't add characters that are not from a game yet. I won't add characters that are currently playable in Smash Ultimate, but I can add assists and spirits. And if I want to, I can go for characters that are neat costumes. So, let's do this. Let's see here. What is a Nintendo character that's from a very loyal fan base of a game, has a plethora of hype, and is a horror genre? Oh dear.
I would want to see King Boo in Super Smash Flash 2. When I played Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, I loved the battle against the King of the Ghosts. When he appeared in that one mission, you see Mario in a painting, in a bag, and in a corner, you see King Boo with his back turned. You zoom in and get a closer look when all of a sudden... With King Boo in the Smash Flash roster, you can see a fighter with him. Pizzadudemanguy already did a video move list for King Boo, and McLeod can take a page off of that. But imagine how he'd do in tournaments against Ichigo, the anime protagonist meant for hunting down demons like King Boo, or even Sora getting a jab at him as Sora fights the Heartless, or at least anyone attracting the Heartless. And King Boo might as well control every Heartless that's ever existed in the Kingdom Hearts universe.
It may sound like I'm making King Boo sound OP, but note that Luigi does defeat him, and Mario defeated him once by throwing hot pepper on his tongue. The point is, imagine having a character with the size of Bowser with the weight of Jigglypuff. Basically a glass cannon in exchange for a lot of power. Kinda like Akuma from Street Fighter.
A small price to pay for salvation.
His final smash could be firing off electricity from his crown like he did in Dark Moon, or suck up enemies into a portrait and enter a cutscene where he possesses Bowser and obliterates them. King Boo would be a great addition for Super Smash Flash 2. And again, if you want the moveset, feel free to look at Pizzadudemanguy's video on the topic, link in the description.
Now that we have gone over a horror antagonist, what about a horror protagonist? The final boy-girl of gaming. What if we had a guy who's covered wars?
That's right, I am talking about Frank West. I first found out about this guy in Death Battle, and before it, I knew nothing of him. Then I tried to do research myself, and I can see how his game received massive acclaim. Not to mention his inclusion in the Marvel vs. Capcom series would basically make the Cassie Cage or Deadpool of Capcom. A smart-mouthed guy that would do a plethora of improvising. Why this guy wouldn't make it into Smash Ultimate is mainly because Capcom decided to shut down the very company responsible for the Dead Rising series.
His most recent appearance was in the dumpster fire that was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, where you got a Street Fighter waifu have a porcelain face, as well as every other Capcom character fighting with, and only with, the MCU. At least add Starlord and Drax, two of the funniest characters in the MCU, instead of adding Gamora and Rocket only. You did pretty well adding Groot as well, but that doesn't fill up the entire hole.
Now, I am very well aware that people can disagree with me here, but I got some moves in mind. Neutral special could be his iconic camera, which is like Zero Suit Samus's paralyzer gun, but with a much shorter range. Side special can be the weed tenderizer, while up special is not exactly a good recovery, but it just has him to do something similar to 16's grab, but he does do an RKO with the same reach as Little Mac. Finally, his down special can be summoning a zombie, which works like Bowser Jr.'s Mecha Koopas, but they are slower and can go on unless someone hits them. However, once they hit you, it's like a regular grab, you just need to mash out of it. Final smash, however, will be Frank's Exosuit, which is a transformation that can summon ice tornadoes.
Is it just me, or am I getting a PlayStation All-Stars vibe out of it? Anyone else find that?
One of my favorite RPGs in the world is Chrono Trigger. Compared to Watch Mojo's top 10 JRPGs cliche, you would see Chrono Trigger doesn't have too many cliches. Closest thing to a doomed town is Lavos coming around. There's probably a love and friendship thing in numerous endings. The storyline is basically stop Lavos from making the end of the world. The encounters aren't entirely random. Sometimes you can spot your enemies and avoid them. A frog and robot are both lovable without any high-pitched voices. There isn't really anything to collect like Dragon Balls. There's no J-pop intro, and no giant swords that can rival Guts' sword from Berserk.
And if you're wondering why I'm talking about this game, well, what I can say is that this character has only one rodeo with McCloud Gaming, in the form of the forgotten Super Smash Flash. And honestly, what idiot would go playing that game?
Exterminate Galax, Hector here from the Galax Kitchen, and today we're gonna be playing Super Smash Flash, alright? It's a pretty old game, so why the fuck not? Oh, foam rubber, I'm gonna get there. And... die! Okay. Go! What the fuck? No! Why? Last one, I'm gonna be like, start screaming, alright? Oh, no. Yeah! Oh, what the fuck did I just throw? Is that a giant fucking boulder? Yeah, really? Yeah! I like to thank my family. I like to thank my friends.
Well, shit.
Regardless, it's a very great game, with a lovable cast of characters as well as Crono being the protagonist. They could just make some resprites for Crono and Smash Flash, and he would work out great. His up special would be Link, his side special would be the hero, neutral special would be Cloud, and down special could be Pikachu. For his final smash, try to do what happened with Card Saga, where his final smash can be Luminaire, basically somewhat similar to Hero's Magic Burst, but with more of a kick in it. There's a lot of promise for Crono, and that's gotta be why they added him in the first game. And they did ask on their poll what returning character we want to see come in, so I put in Crono. Do it, McCloud. Look at this. This man right here is the best man in the whole franchise. He's made quite a name for himself within the community. He's got a ton of weapons and cans to use to go on with the competition. The smart mouth terror of Boston, the Scout.
Team Fortress has a... dedicated fan base.
Now don't get me wrong, I don't hate Team Fortress. If I did, I wouldn't add Scout. While I am a sniper main, I had to give this to the Scout for his speedy moveset. The way I would consider how Scout would play would be a triple jump, having his neutral special be his baseball that can stun opponents if they block like Mr. Saturn. Side special would be the flying guillotine, with the same capabilities as the boomerang that Link has, but it doesn't come back and it takes a while for it to recharge. His up special would be a shotgun blast downward as a reference to how powerful his guns are. And down special would be the Mad Milk. It's very similar to Simon, except it wouldn't create a wall of fire. It would really heal Scout, like Robin's down special, except taking away less health than Robin would at maximum time. With some help from SFM, or if they can, Daitomodachi and or Devil Artemis, they could do well making a good trailer for this guy. His entrance would be him just coming out of an opening garage like in his trailer, and his victory theme could come from when you win a match at Team Fortress.
Why he wouldn't be allowed in Smash Ultimate is because he's a shooter. That should explain things for you Doom and Halo fans.
Remember when Sakurai pulled some fast ones on us? Giving us characters that nobody asked for, like Duck Hunt Dog, Villager, Isabelle, Wii Fit Trainer, and most iconically, Piranha Plant. These are all characters that never threw a fist in their lives, so what if McCloud Gaming decided to do that? What if they gave us our own joke character that nobody would ask? A character that would have jaws drop to the floor in disbelief. A character like
Weavile!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yes, I know. Why Weavile? Well, this may be my own bias, but in Pokken, I main Weavile. I suppose it's because I either main mid-tier characters or characters that don't get enough attention from their canon counterparts, such as Janemba from Dragon Ball, or Deadpool from Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, or Saberwolf from Killer Instinct. Weavile can do some fighting attacks against opponents. For a special attack, it could be similar to Captain Falcon's special of Ice Punch. Its side special could be False Swipe, like in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. A special is Icicle Crash, where it summons an icicle and jumps off it in any direction with the icicle going the opposite direction downwards. Somewhat similar to Sonic's up special, but with more weight to the icicle. The final move would be its down special, where it jabs forward with its Metal Claw move, somewhat similar to Mii's Sword Fighter. And the final smash, it will use its move from Pokken Tournament called Sonic Slash. It traps enemies in a tornado, then slices them, to which they turn to ice and fly off.
It would be incredibly interesting to see a Pokemon that nobody asked for in one of the biggest fan-made Smash games in the world. You couldn't ask for a much more non-needed character. Shantae is one of the most requested characters for Smash Bros. Alongside Waluigi, Gino, Rex, Pyra, Isaac, and Skull Kid, and for good reason too.
Shantae is an astronomical character in general. She's got a cult following and has a new game released for the Apple Arcade and will get an expansion in May. Her hair is somewhat similar to Simon's Whip in terms on how they would play despite the length differences. Not to mention, she's had her fair share of Smash Bros. Fan games like Super Smash Bros. Crusade.
And other games such as... I think that's it.
Shantae has a variety of moves in which she can use in battle. She can either transform into animals or use some pike balls and fire. And to add things, there could be risky boots as weapons, as well as some ninja, a police officer, bikini, and a sleepover clothing that can be surprisingly deadly on their own. Her final smash can be similar to Ganon, except instead of rushing forward as a giant pig with swords, Shantae rushes forward as an elephant. Plus, Shantae has her full game sequel in May.
There is even a Shantae for Smash video by Pizzadudemanguy. I'm pretty sure they could, like King Boo, take a few, inspirations out of that. Here's some fun facts. Did you know that Masahiro Sakurai wanted to put in Heihachi Mishima from Tekken, but couldn't because of the fact how he couldn't think of anything? Well, PlayStation All-Stars knew what to do with him, and it's all said in this here book. Yeah, wrong book, but you get the point.
Heihachi is a character from the Tekken series, a straight-up exorcist wannabe trying to destroy the devil genes within Jin and Kazuya. And for some reason, he managed to trade blows with Raiden, Kratos, and a goddamn Big Daddy. But at least they managed to make a guy out of him. He's skillful with what he does, and will certainly do well in Smash Flash too. His final smash could be his super move from Tekken 7 during his battle with Kazuya. A few punches, a headbutt that sends them upward, and finally the final strike to send opponents flying while claiming their grandeur ends here.
PlayStation All-Stars will be a great source in order to put in Heihachi's moveset. And if you want, they can probably make them Japanese. Some characters just sound better Japanese. Just like these characters. Give it time, they'll do the same for Goku.
Here are some ideas. This guy would be a close-range fighter like Little Mac and has as much strength as Ryu. Neutral Special has a similar premise to Captain Falcon, where he uses the Lightning Hammer. It's a slow start time, but strikes with a ton of force once it lands. Side Special has him to do the Hell Axle. Up Special is the Demon Uppercut. Down Special is the counters that Tekken has.
Fingers crossed that Sakurai finds this video. And chances are, he'll probably decline it, as Smash is only for good boys and girls. Would you want your children to see this? After they already have this?
Solid Snake, Simon Belmont, Richter Belmont, Bomberman, Dracula, Alucard, Raiden. What do these characters have in common? If you answered they came from a hellhole called Konami, you're right, but not what I'm looking for. What they have in common is how they are all represented in Smash Ultimate. One is a boss, 3 are spirits, 2 of those 3 are assists, and the rest are actual fighters. But there is a character that never crossed my mind until it happened.
Alucard for Smash.
I just finished the Netflix Castlevania series, and I find Alucard to be an interesting character. He can move faster than light speed, has killed Dracula, and has a magic floating sword. Though Alu hasn't been in many fighting games, there is one game that may hold inspiration.
Castlevania Judgment. We did not like that it happened, but it did. God, just saying that name just stings my tongue.
His final smash can be the Inferno Blade, and with the explosion at the end, it could do some serious knockback. And it doesn't have to be a cinematic, just alter the camera angle like Chrom and Meta Knight. Alucard just seems right for Smash. Maybe in the next game. Probably. Alright, let's try to do this. Neutral Special is the fireball he throws out of his cape. Side Special is him using his magic sword to do a blue flames version of the dancing blade. Up Special is him turning into a bat and has incredible recovery and possibly could make good bat soup. And Down Special could be the Dark Metamorphosis, very similar to Wii Fit Trainer's Down B as a simple health. So they can try to put in Alucard. I mean, they already put in Simon, so why not?
You've seen the thumbnail. You know number 3. And for the silhouette of number 2, I'm pretty sure you can find out at this point that it's the Street Fighter waifu, Chun Li!
Want to see my kung fu? I'll show you.
This is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate material, but unfortunately she's already a spirit. Regardless, Chun Li would be a great addition in Super Smash Flash 2. Like Shantae, her only ever fan game appearance comes from Super Smash Bros. Crusade. Still, she has some moves that'll work out well. Neutral Special could be her Kikoken attack, Side Special could be the spinning bird kick, Up Special could be the Tensho Kyaku, and Down Special could be the Focus Punch, like with Ryu and Ken. So let's bring in this waifu. Why this waifu that is one of the best characters in all of gaming, breaking gender roles since the late 80s, you ask?
Because I love women!
Chun-Li's final smash could actually be 2 things, somewhat similar to Ryu from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. For long range, or maybe medium range, would be the Kikosho. Why I say medium, it doesn't necessarily have a large range. But either way, for the close version, somewhat similar to Ryu's Shoryuken or Ken's Evo 37 moment, that would be the flurry of kicks that she can deliver. She just kicks at you randomly. Either that, or she forces you to watch Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun Li. If you're over 25% and that happens, you would automatically die. The sad thing is, that isn't the only dumpster fire Chun-Li was involved in. She was also involved in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Fucking Christ, she deserves better than that! She's a cop, damn it!
Baraka, CJ, and Kazuya Mishima, the new Waluigi, Sans, and Shrek for Smash. The three characters that Sakurai will never put in, but will be memed about. Baraka is a minor antagonist from one of the goriest games ever. So gory, in fact, that it has never been released in Japan. CJ is a protagonist but has a plethora of insane, mature, and controversial moments. And Kazuya is more like a player 2 character. You gotta have at least Jin or Heihachi before coming in. You don't see Smash 64 where you get Luigi first and Mario as unlockable. Friendship is a beautiful thing. Everybody has the ability to do so. I'm sure you've all seen it. Anime protagonists using the power of friendship, My Little Pony teaching it,
and Atlas with a Persona series.
The Persona series are no stranger to fans, but who deserves to be in Smash Flash 2? Joker already has a spot on the actual Smash roster. Kotone is like Rosa from the Pokemon series. Their respective companies didn't care about them until they put them in another thing after years out of the spotlight. Kotone for Persona Q, and Rosa for Pokemon Masters. Makoto's fate was quite a strange one.
Shut your punk ass up! I am saving your ass from a goddamn demon who can cause the end of the world! The Persona 3 fandom has been naming your mahogany ass Dorkun! And so good day to you! Anyways,
I haven't found anybody who has played the original 2 Persona games, 3 Persona games if you want to be that douchebag, but I guess the real candidates are the characters from the last 3 main games. I'm not gonna lie, after Weiss vs. Mitsuru, I had a whole new respect for Mitsuru, but I feel like that's like adding Jade from Mortal Kombat in. They're great characters, but it just seems like you gotta go bigger, so the real...
So why the fuck am I stalling? You don't know damn well at this point I'm going for you, Narukami.
Of all the Persona series, Persona 4 is my favorite because it was the first one I've ever been into. I was instantly hooked onto the series, with a lovable cast of characters, as well as a straightforward plot. Fun fact, I got into JoJo because of the 1 minute melee, Jotaro vs. Kenshiro. I thought stands were similar to Personas and got hooked on that. You can imagine the hype I had when I found out that Persona 4 and Ruby would be in a crossover. Now don't get me wrong, BlazBlue and Eunice are great series, I'm sure. Just look at the loyal fan base. But BlazBlue is too complex for me to follow, and I had no idea of Under Night in Birth's existence until that trailer dropped. In fact, the original fighting game Yu was in, Persona 4 Arena, could be a wonderful reference. You know how Joker has several personas, yet uses Arsene in Smash Bros? It's like that, but with Izanagi. There seems to be a ton of promise for Narukami if he was in Smash at all.
Then again, it could be possible that we would get our own adventure mode in Super Smash Bros. 2, like a sort of a subspace emissary, but then again, I am kinda asking for a lot already with this whole countdown, so...
Let's not get crazy.
Neutral special can be Zio, side special is Cleave, which is somewhat similar to Mario's cape in range, but has the same amount of damage and knockback as Ike's side special, so basically Byleth's side special. Up special is Big Gamble, and down special could just be Zio from above like Pikachu's down special, but only in front of you, and possibly above you to deliver a powerful spike. And the final smash can be the Ziodyne, where it's similar to Samus's final smash if it had an electrical property to it. Yu Narukami just works in my opinion, and frankly, I'd want him in Super Smash Flash 2.
That was Top 10 Most Wanted Super Smash Flash 2 characters. Hang on. What? Characters for Mortal Kombat 11 it is!